That is a beautiful song.
I like it.
Hey, y'all see me hitting them notes? I got Mariah. I sound like Mariah Scary.
Yeah.
Mariah Scary. No, I could be her Nick Cannon though, because I have been told. I just need my Mariah.
They got money too.
Yeah, and I need you to be rich like Mariah, because I want some shoes. I want a few cars. I want 24 cars and 24 different driveways.
Ooh, Trina.
Yeah, I want that long money.
But hi, y'all.
Welcome back.
We're back.
This is week number
12 already.
Yeah, somebody told us we was gonna stop at 4.
Ha ha ha.
Must be
We
nice. Didn't we? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. Though it's another week, and we got a lot of supporters. We got a lot of support on Facebook. Thank you to everybody
Thank you guys
who shared it. And I'm gonna need y'all to share it like every week. Like I shouldn't be texting y'all, telling y'all to share the post. Everybody
we appreciate
know
the
about
shares
that.
though, and we want to thank the station CentralValleyTalk.com.
Thank y'all very much for keeping us alive.
Thank you guys.
Continuing to help us work. Bill.
Yeah.
He does an amazing job, even though we come
He
through
does
with
all
last
this.
minute add-ins. Like thank
We
you for
literally
everything.
just got here.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Like, we just got here like 4 minutes ago. And y'all know we in the car, and I'm trying to take shots because I gotta have my alcohol in me. You know what they say? The liquor goes in, the truth comes out, and I'm trying to tell y'all the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more thing, I want to actually thank I'm Just Different. I'mJustDifferent.com because y'all can go follow them on Instagram or check them out online. But
They got some fly shit, y'all.
yeah, they got some fly shit, and actually they like what we're doing. I'll reach out to one of their people. They like what we're doing. We like what they're doing. So they're actually going to send us some T-shirts and some accessories to wear on the next few shows. So y'all
And they're
check that
young.
out.
I mean, they're young
Yes,
people too.
they're
So
young.
we love. I mean, we're young people. We're trying to make something happen. They're young people making it happen. So it's like we love that. We love young entrepreneurship, and especially when it becomes a success.
Exactly, and they're blowing up. So we want to blow up with them, but I want to say thank you to them. Y'all be seeing more. So when y'all see the shirts and stuff, y'all know where that's from. But go check them out on Instagram and
Yeah.
see a little bit more what they're about.
We're excited.
What we talk about today?
Tonight's episode is about equality.
Equality. I know y'all thinking,
Yeah.
oh, it's boring, blah, blah, blah. But y'all already know we finna add a spin and make this shit pop. You know
Like
how we
always.
do. But before we talk about that, what we always do?
We
about
gotta
this time?
cheers. We haven't even cheers yet.
We gotta cheers.
We kind of cheers before, but we just
Yeah,
gonna
we just
cheers
took, like,
again with
2
y'all.
shots, and we just took a couple shots in like a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Actually, in 1 minute. That was that 2-for-1 deal.
I think that was like less than a minute.
That was like take one shot, have another one free in 1 minute. That was that.
Is that right?
Thank you to everybody who couldn't be here with us in person. We with y'all over the web, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, or YouTube, however you want to look at it or whatever. Thanks for all the support. So you know how we do. It's about that turn up. So cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, this is some hardcore.
Oh, you got the cheers.
I'm on that Cortalejo, yeah.
Yeah.
Cortalejo.
I was surprised though. He said that he was bringing tequila home, and I'm thinking he's gonna bring like some Jose or something. He showed up with the blue
Man.
bottle.
Man,
I
already
was
know
like,
the
"You
blue bottle.
Mexican?"
Yeah,
Ooh.
Hey, I am from Madeira, so
Yeah.
don't get it twisted.
Yeah, yeah.
That's you, okay? So we finna cheers. If I make a face, don't bug. You can talk.
Okay. What'd you do this weekend?
Hold on.
Past weekend.
I want.
Oh, he needed to
This
chase
is a
it.
margarita. No,
Well,
this
I'm
is
talking about
alcohol
it.
too. I want some of this too. What'd you do this weekend?
I went on a date. Ooh.
Let me take you on the date.
Ooh,
Date.
date.
You
See,
ain't
you
gotta
gotta
wait.
wait.
Tell me if you got an ex. Oh,
It was a good day too. I appreciate you.
it was a good. Ooh, he said I appreciate
Yeah.
you.
No, yeah, I haven't been on a good date. Y'all, ladies, y'all know what I'm talking. Y'all know what a good date is. And I
What's a
haven't been
good
on
date?
A good date is
Elaborate.
it's not even really the thing about it is it's not even about the stuff. It's about that other person actually taking the time to plan out the date, and it's not just like, so what you want to do? Like, you asked me out on a date. What you asking?
So you, want,
No,
so
like,
you said you want the fellas to take initiative.
yeah, be a man. Like, have the shit planned and just be like, girl, just roll. Like, this what we doing. We going here. We just I show up and it's like, okay.
Yeah, she say that, but then you say, "Oh, just roll." She go, "Why you take me here? Why you didn't
No,
tell me? You didn't
whoa.
grab me here? Why you didn't tell me what to wear? My hair ain't ready.
I don't
for
grab
this. It's
hair.
hot out here. I'm sweating. I ain't got no
grab hair.
compact."
I do be hot, but I don't grab hair.
Oh, you know. So that was a good day. So if you can give the
was.
fellas a real quick tip out there, take initiative.
Yes, take the initiative to plan the date. Like, consider, you know what I mean? Consider what you would want to do and what she would want to do at the same time. Something where y'all could have fun. Like, I don't believe in going to, just a movie on a first date. You know what I mean? Because it's like, clearly you
can't
don't want to
talk.
get
Like,
to
you
know
watching-
me.
you watching a
Like, you
movie,
can go
you-
after, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, go to an early dinner, do some other things, walk around maybe, sightsee,
Or watch
I
a
don't know,
movie at
people
home.
watch. Yeah, watch a movie at home.
What,
'cause
like
you,
Dallas Does Daisy?
you know, because
Oh,
you
see,
really
that's
can't
kind
be
of
in the
movies
theater
shit.
talking. You
Well,
know
that's
what I
kind of
mean?
movies I like to watch.
But anyways, what'd you do this weekend?
What did I do this week? Oh, you did something else. We did. Anyway.
Oh, we did. We got ratchet this
okay,
weekend.
We got ratchet. Okay, so what did I do? Friday nothing. Playoffs. I'm a total basketball fan. So what I did Friday, that's just I'm there with my beer. Just don't bother me. Playoffs till night. Went to work Saturday. After Saturday, we went to a little shindig. Watched the Mayweather fight.
We did.
Kudos. He did his thing.
Woo-hoo.
Then we actually went to Madeira and got ratchet. I mean, full intentions on getting ratchet. Like, had my sister, and those know my sister, like, she with the hood with it, so we already knew. So we drinking on Remy, we slapping, we playing all that. We go to a Keep the Sneak concert in Madeira at BK, so it was good times, you know.
It was fun. It was really fun to, like, because we're from Madeira, so it was fun to, like, go back, see everybody, and just kind of, like, let loose a little bit, and just
then
have
get back
some,
to reality,
like, and then come back home and whatever reality sets in.
Because everybody want to get that little ratchet out of them.
No, they do. Like, those of y'all who say you don't get ratchet, you may not know the real meaning of it, so you may not even know that you're doing it, but y'all do.
Which we will have an episode soon coming up about slang words.
Yeah, y'all just gotta stay tuned.
Y'all gotta stay tuned. We're gonna talk about that in a few episodes later. So for all y'all people who hear the words like ratchet, creep, burn, all that stuff, we're gonna elaborate on that in a later episode. But we trying to keep y'all updated. And updated on everything. Quick question, before we actually get into the thing about equality, do you think people were created equally?
Yeah, I do. I think originally, yeah. I think because of society today, no. Okay. I think we turned into being unequal, but I think we were all created equally. What do you think?
This ain't about me.
It is, though, because it's TTP, Carly's, and Ashley.
No, I think people were, everyone was created differently, of course, but not to that sense. People were created to balance each other. In a sense, I'm not saying they weren't created equally, but for example, if you say you're 40%, there's somebody who's 60%. Like there's for everybody on earth, not necessarily like we all in this room can be 90%. And everybody in that room can be 10%, you know what I mean? So I feel like we balance each other in a good way or whatever. But as far as what we talk about today, equality, we're going to touch on a little bit about that when it comes to the workplace. Everything. Men versus women. They finna call in, cuss us out. Either same-sex marriages, everything. We gonna get on that.
Yeah, definitely.
And we did have a ratchet moment, but I don't think the link. Did the link? Well, then we gonna have to on the next segment because y'all need to see this. It went viral, so it's what's going on. So
it was a good one.
We definitely finna let y'all.
It's funny too. It's kind of horrible that we laugh at it, but it's funny.
Yeah. So one thing I have a question for you, Ashley. How do you feel about equality? At jobs.
What do you mean? What do I expect from a job?
No, equality. Like if somebody just asked you a question about equality at workplace, what do you think of equality at workplace? Do you think if you doing the same job as a man and a woman, or somebody who's been there longer? Say for example, I've been at my job for 5 years, but you come in, you just as good as me, but you only been there 1 year. Do you think we should be on the same level of respect?
Yeah.
Same. You don't think you have to earn your stripes?
I feel like by earning your stripes would be based off if you've been there 5 years and I come in and I'm giving the same performance that you've given in your 5 years there. I think that says a lot about me as an employee.
That don't mean you tight.
But I don't. But a lot of jobs, especially jobs where somebody's been there a long time, go off of seniority. And I, somewhat to an extent, think it's fair. Yes, if you've been there, you put in the time. Yes, but if I'm doing the same job as you and doing it just as well or better than you, then no.
And I think because we're young, we don't see that as we see that as a disadvantage because even age people look at us and think y'all young, y'all don't know what y'all doing, or blah blah. It's not just because we're young. Maybe we'll think differently as we get older. Maybe. Some little kids coming in trying to steal our shine or do this and that, but yeah. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, y'all stay tuned. We're gonna get this ratchet moment working somehow. Y'all need to see it.
And we got a surprise for y'all too, so just stay tuned. Y'all like my bow tie?
Oh nah,
here we go.
America the brave, still fears what we don't know.
Cheers. Hurry up before we come back from break. Hurry up.
I'm trying to cool down for a second. It's too good. Okay.
So we left off talking about equality. We promised y'all a ratchet moment. This video has been viral or whatever. Viewer discretion is advised if you don't like violence.
Yeah, this isn't the original one though, because they took it down because I guess it was too much for YouTube. But we think
And
it's
her
funny.
too. But if viewer discretion is advised. If you don't want to see violence, turn your face away from the screen.
For a
Put your
second.
kids to sleep. All of that. We'll be right back. Ratchet moment. TTP.
Oh shit, okay. Oh my god. Shit, okay. Oh my god.
That is horrible.
No, it looks badder than it is. But the reason is the girl in the pink shirt.
It's actually like a planned fight, though. Like, what you see in it is just like the girl hitting her in the head with the shovel.
Yeah.
But it's like a, 3-minute video or something like
The girl
that?
in the pink went over there and was beating the girl up at her house. You don't go to nobody's house and expect them not to use weapons. Like, I already know he over there hot. If
Yeah.
you go to my house and you beat me up, I'm grabbing whatever there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to call the police and say you came to me. So then she got tired of getting punched in her face.
Because if you watch the full video, if you go to YouTube and watch the full video, the girl who hit the girl in the head with the
girl who hit the
shovel,
girl.
she must have got punched, beaten, all that. And she was like, I'm going inside.
Yeah.
I'm done. So the pink girl chased her, and then the black girl grabbed the weapon.
Lesson is people don't like getting beat up nowadays. People don't throw hands or whatever.
No.
So just don't fight. Because if you
Fights aren't
fight, you get
fair.
hit with a shovel or get shot, then that's on you.
Yeah, I can.
Right.
But back to the topic about equality. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Back to what we was talking about, y'all.
Yeah.
We still got that surprise on the way.
We do.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to equality, we was talking about jobs and age.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. Like, I know a lot of like our older generation feels that seniority is important. Like I said, I do agree to a certain extent that seniority is important. But at the same time, the world that we live in now, it's everyone for themselves. And it's just like,
It's sad, but it
I
is.
can't go into the job. Like, maybe I'm a college graduate and I did the same work you did. I worked maybe harder than you.
Harder.
I'm doing your job even better than you. I'm not going to go in there and be like, and pass up an opportunity because you've been there longer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even feel that that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And especially, like, I don't know you. Like, you're no kin to me. You know what I mean? Like,
So
I don't
you have
owe
no
you.
loyalty
I
to
don't
them.
owe you
Owe you
anything,
nothing.
like, at all. And I don't feel that I'm a bad person for even saying that. It's just like, at the end of the day, would you do the same thing? Would you be like, you know what I mean? Would you not take the position if you worked your ass off to get there too? But just because it took you longer, you mad?
Exactly. Or nah.
Or not?
No, a lot of people too, because my age, I mean, I work hard or whatever, but I'm only 24, but I've actually been in the working field. Like, I started at the welfare department when I was 13. So I actually have 11 years of actual working experience. Yeah. So for somebody who's 30 years old and I'm 24, we have the same amount of years of working experience if they started when they were 18. So it's like sometimes I feel like when I'm working around older people, they get at me like they're my parents or something because they don't think like, oh, you're new to this. I'm not new to this. I'm not game goofy. I'm not new to this. I've been doing this just as long as you have. Yeah. I just carry myself a different way. Like, age ain't nothing but a number.
It is.
Unless you're over 18 and you're trying to sleep with somebody who's older, then you're going to jail. But other than that, though, like, age ain't nothing but a number when it comes to work and all that.
No, yeah, I mean, I feel the same way, too. Like, I feel like, yes, like, don't get me wrong. Like, we're 24. We may be mature for our age, but don't get us wrong. We understand that we still have so much more room to grow and expand and mature even more, for that matter, and blah, blah, blah. But it's just, like, at the same time, like, we've had to kind of play those roles as adults, you know what I mean? So it's just, like, yeah, I can't, like, I don't care if you've been there 10 years.
Do you think when it comes to the workplace, race plays a role?
I do.
Is it equal? For me personally, if you apply at Popeyes and you black, I think your chances are high.
I don't.
That was a joke.
How many black people work at Popeyes?
6.
In,
At the first
in
location.
all of them?
No, I'm joking.
Ever.
But I'm just saying, but it does matter. Like, it's just like if you at Rancho San Miguel, your chances of being like if you're Mexican, most of the time you're gonna get it over somebody who's white or black. Yeah. So it just depends on the workplace or whatever, and it's sad because they always have this disclaimer: no discrimination.
Yeah, but then it's like, then why are you asking me if I'm black?
Exactly.
If that don't matter, why don't you just wait till I show up at the interview?
Exactly.
Or yeah, if I'm bilingual, it's just like,
it says not necessary but preferred.
Preferred, yeah. Well, because they can't legally be like, you have to be.
I told somebody, I told them I was just like, whatever. I was like, I'm bilingual. We got there halfway through the interview, they started speaking Spanish, and I was like, I went straight Scooby-Doo on their ass.
Like, I used to speak
Spanish,
but
like, I did not. I'm just like,
I got amnesia and I don't remember, but I did order Rosetta Stone.
And still ain't used it. I didn't have Rosetta Stone, too. When I ordered Rosetta Stone, I thought it was some liquor. And
I
it showed
have.
no, because it was in the same section on Amazon, and it was like 200 something. I was like, oh, this some of that ancient shit, Rosetta Stone. I'm like, it didn't win Stone, like some ordered
Next.
it was something else. I was like,
Okay.
damn, I was trying to
Okay.
get my drink on. Whatever. So language.
Yeah.
When it comes to like, I heard somebody say being bilingual
Yeah.
or whatever. If you can learn a different language in the valley, preferably
Learn Spanish.
do it.
Like,
Do
for real,
it to your
do it.
advantage. Like, as somebody who's been in the working field, if you educated and know English and Spanish, your chances is like way up there.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then people have to understand, like, they're like, well, why are they all, here? They're complaining or whatever. It's just like, at the end of the day, like, you guys have to understand that the valley is such a high, like, farm, area. So it's just like, you're not gonna go do what they're doing. So at the end of the day, like, shut up. Like, it's just like, yeah, it's annoying because they're like, oh, they should come here and speak English. Like, I don't care what you speak. To be real, like, because I'm not gonna go do what you do. I don't want to do that, and I'm happy you do that. So let's just like speak Spanish, English, whatever. Like,
so you
whatever
agree that it
want.
affects your opportunities, right?
I do agree that it affects my opportunities because at the end of the day, there's so many people. There's so many, Spanish-speaking people or other, even like, other races as far as Hmongs and Asians who speak other languages that it does reflect on us. It's almost like, they've come into our, state or country or whatever for that matter. And don't get me wrong, they are citizens now. But it's just like, yeah, like, it sucks when it's just like, I've lived here my whole life, but you outbeat me at the job just because you spoke another language
And you
in
know
a
what?
country that speaks English.
You know what truly sucks is I'm the kind of person that I try to see everybody equally. I hope, even though I know it ain't like everything ain't equal, I know things aren't how they are, I still try to be equal and try to pray and hope that everything becomes equal. But me being that behind the scenes and being tight with management and how they do their hiring and knowing everything, it's not equal. And it's
At all.
sad because it's just like, okay, say if I worked at Bank of America and I'm tight with the manager, he tells me the ins and outs, what they have to do. But when I'm going to another job, I already know what the manager, like I'll be interviewing and they'd be like, oh, telling me certain things, but deep down inside, I already know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what you're doing. Like, basically, you're just interviewing everybody because you have to. The
Yeah.
same way when you have people applying for your house or whatever, say, for example, you renting out a house and somebody applies and they have to give you $100 for the application. You know who you're going to pick already, but you still leave the application open for 2 weeks because every person who applies, that's $100. So then after you get your $2,000, then you go back to the first person who applied.
But yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, like, we
Bullshit.
we can complain about it as the consumers,
But
but it's
you
just
can't.
like, that's the way our world
Exactly.
works. Like, so it's just like, we can either complain about it or we could just find a loophole and go around it. Like, it's just, yeah, exactly, capitalism. Like, it's just like, it is annoying. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it is frustrating. But it's just like, at the same time, I mean, all we can do is just keep on pushing.
It's hot. It's hot as hell in there.
It's hell hot.
It's hot too. I thought that tequila had me. I'm like, well, shit, I shouldn't have switched up. But everybody hot in here. I was finna say.
Well, look, we got like 10 suns.
No, but
in front of
usually
us.
it is.
I
But
can't even see no
it's
more.
extra hot now. It's extra hot.
But yeah, do you feel that, being a man versus a woman in the workplace can affect it?
Hell yeah. If a girl walk in her skirt, if her ass is sticking out her skirt, depending on where she going. If she going
Yeah.
to Hooters, of course she finna get picked. But
Well, she would need her titties out, not her ass.
no, I'm talking about like ass out, like nothing covering it. If she walk in Hooters with no, she better go to Strokers
Well, like
or City Lights
at the
with her ass cracked. All of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely when it comes to men. You sure you want to talk about that right now? Because it's finna get heated. Because I'm finna throw jabs.
I could fight or stab.
Or stab, one of them. But
Or
definitely,
throw a shovel.
when it comes to men and women, like, definitely depends on who you going for or whatever. But a lot of women, I know a lot of women are like, oh, we're superpower, and I'm not a woman basher or whatever.
Superpower.
But I disagree with women trying to be treated equally to men.
Why?
Because the reason I do is because women want to pick and choose the things that they're equal to.
But what about the ones who don't?
No, but most of them do. All of them is fighting. We're equal to men. We want to get paid just as much as men. We're just as strong as men, blah, blah, blah. But they want to pick. They want the same pay as men. They want all the little fancy things. But you don't see a lot of women over there lifting up rocks or a lot of women in
but
the
there are.
Yeah, but I'm just saying women want to pick and choose what they want to be equal to.
But so do men.
I'm finna say this. You want to play? I'm finna say this.
Am I right though?
No, women say they're
Men
equal
don't
to
want
men.
to be equal.
Women say they're equal to men. Say example, if I hit a man hit me back, that's fine. If a woman hit me, if I hit her back,
That's domestic violence.
But still, it's like, why would you hit a woman? They're like, oh,
Why would a man hit a woman?
You equal. You equal. If a woman hit a man, why can't he hit her back if y'all equal?
I mean, I don't agree with domestic violence. Period.
No, but I'm just
I
saying.
don't think a woman should hit a man. I don't think a man should hit a woman. I agree with you in a sense where it's like if you're bold enough to hit somebody, be bold enough to take that hit back. Like that's just it. But it's just like, but don't get me wrong. If a man hits a woman, or if a woman hits a man, that man can still claim domestic violence.
Yeah.
Just like a woman can. So
Yeah,
it's the
it's
same
a different
situation.
deal. Like, if a woman,
Like, yeah, it's more frowned upon if a man hits
Exactly.
a woman, and it is a double standard, but you have to understand that society created that.
but
Like, somebody just one day was like, oh, it's different. Like,
yeah, exactly.
so it's totally different.
But I'm sure I ain't
back.
done. We finna talk
We'll be
about
back.
this when we come back. We finna take this to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Wiring of a predisposition
Y'all
playing
finna-
God.
Even if I tried, even if I wanted to.
I got Beyonce here.
Yeah.
Remember when that shit got stuck in the fan? She was like, hey, love. Like the fan set off, still blow. I know. Put your hand up like this and tell them.
All right, y'all, we're back.
Oh, and I'm not done going off. Anyways, what I was saying, like,
I do
it's a
remember.
double standard. Look, how many times do you see guys and women going on dates? How many times do you see the women get out the car and walk around and open the male's door? How
Cops
many times?
coming for him. Cops coming
How many
for him.
times?
What?
Like, how many times do you see when you go on a date the women get out and open the guy's door?
Wait, so that, let me talk about that since you want to get into that.
Yeah, I want to.
That started with chivalry, and that, the rule of that is, and if you truly know what it is, because if you truly are a woman and you truly have a gentleman, is the gentleman opens the door. If you, the man, back in the day, they didn't have power locks and all that junk. So then it was the woman's job to reach over and unlock the man's door for him to get in. You don't just sit there and all the shit.
But y'all do?
But
But
how?
y'all equal.
But how
But y'all
many dudes?
equal.
But how many dudes open the door
I do on a good day.
on a good day?
That's twice a year.
Daryl,
You
you're
got,
an exception.
Daryl
But
don't open no doors.
Daryl's opened my door. We ain't even together.
But he trying to get at you, so
no,
that's
he's
different.
not.
Like-
Daryl's just a gentleman.
Oh, so that's the definition of a gentleman. Okay.
Open a lady's
I
door.
guess. But yeah, like I said, like a lot of girls, a lot of women too, even men.
I think it's girls.
If-
I don't want to say it's women.
Okay, if you want to be equal in all aspects. Don't pick and
But the
choose
thing about it
good
is, like,
and the easy things.
you're taking too much of what society created and like turning it into something that not everybody believes in.
The only reason I did that because I took a lot of classes at Fresno State and there's a lot of
But
feminists
that's-
with
but
feminism
that's
and
feminist,
women.
though.
Yeah, the feminists. So that's what, and a lot of ladies are heading in that direction. Like
Because of society.
Because they're listening to them. Yeah, so it's just like, okay, just.
It's just like, don't get me wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. I do feel that there's a place for a man and that there's a place for a woman. Don't get me wrong. You can hate me for saying it, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be stronger than my man. Like,
don't?
I don't.
You haven't gone to the
like,
gym, though.
I know, but you know, it's just
I know Abe tried to have you on that workout. You
You
was like,
did, Abe.
she
You
was
was
just
trying
like,
to
I
have
ain't
a
doing-
sister buff.
she was like, I ain't doing
Like,
Abe's workout no more. I'm buff.
I came home like looking like a T-Rex.
I know,
like,
her
wait.
chest was bigger than mine.
I was like,
No
I
pun
know
intended.
what's going on. But anyways, yeah, like, I mean, I do agree with you that it is a double standard, but I don't agree with you that every woman is like that, because they're not. Like, I can say that I'm not. Like, I play my place as a woman, but at the end of the day, what women need to understand, I feel, is that you are extremely, extremely strong in your own right. Like, men are strong differently than how women are strong. A woman was made to like birth a child and all
They
this
always
crazy
try to
stuff.
say that.
But I guarantee you, they even did a study where they hooked up these monitors to these men's
To give them
stomachs to give
contractions?
them contractions, and it was at the minimal, like, just
Yeah.
contraction period,
Yeah, we
and the
almost-
man was dying.
'Cause
Like,
our money-
but it's at the end of the day, it's not because y'all are weak.
Yeah.
It's
We're
because
not
we
built like that.
weren't built like
Yeah.
that. We were built into this
Y'all got
world
them
to
hips
play
to
play.
push that back.
Not
We ain't
everybody
got-
got hips,
I
but
know.
we were built in this world to play our roles. You know what I mean? And it doesn't. I feel like for somebody to be like, oh, this and that, like, I feel like, yes, a woman should play her role, a man should play his role. That doesn't mean sit back and put your head, you know, between your legs and do nothing. But I just mean, like, play your role.
Hey, y'all, is she trying to get on us or not? Cause you already know we don't take no.
If I was trying to get on you, I'd be
down.
like, niggas is weak as shit. And
Why they gotta be niggas? Why
like,
can't be men? She
because I said when I say that word, I'm being disrespectful.
Look, she went straight from men to niggas.
So you already know.
Niggas ain't shit, but look.
Well, he said it.
She went straight.
He sung the song, so there y'all go.
I'm just saying. I mean, shit happens or whatever.
I'm like, you trying to throw jabs? I'm throwing them back. Shit.
Exactly. Hey, y'all. I told y'all we had a surprise for y'all, right? Y'all think, hey, Beyonce finna be on our show next? No, I'm just playing. Hey, if that get our
shit, she might. You never know.
She just might. Look, Jessie would be
We
here
be on
every
her
week.
line. She might.
Put your hands up and say, "Hick that," all the time, all the time. Hey, y'all. Told y'all we had a surprise. That was a random moment, though.
For y'all.
We gonna try to hit y'all with a random moment every week.
Yeah,
because
sometimes it be getting intense in here. We just need to wiggle it out.
Exactly.
A little bit.
Especially when we start doing the men versus women, because we all know. You know how it goes, though. You all know how it goes. So one thing we were talking about yesterday is since we're equal, right? Stay-at-home dad versus.
Did I say that?
Yeah, stay-at-home dads versus stay-at-home moms.
Mm-hmm.
If someone's a stay-at-home mom, it's just like they don't get frowned upon. If you're a stay-at-home dad, I think people look at you as you're weak. You couldn't get a job. You couldn't bring home the breadwinner. Why the hell you driving a Toyota Sienna van?
I think it's more like, I mean, what's in your own house is in your own house. Like, people are gonna say stuff, whatever. Women criticize working women, like CEO women, stuff like that. Like, they criticize stay-at-home moms because they don't understand it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like what's going on in your house is what's going on in your house. Like, dude could have had a trust fund and just been like, I ain't gotta work. I'll stay at home. You want to work, babe? Go to work. I'll stay at home with the kids, do the shit with the nanny. Like,
exactly, to each his own. But I'm just saying, as society, they frowned on it in a different way.
I think it's more looked on to a man versus a woman, but it is looked on to by. I think women criticize women more than y'all criticize a woman in that as a stay-at-home mom aspect.
Because we don't criticize them, we just look at them and say, "Damn, she fine. Let's talk."
But then
y'all
it has
be
to
like,
do.
"Oh, that bitch ain't cute. Her hair ain't even
It has
Brazilian."
to do a lot with your upbringing too. Like, there's a lot of like races and nationalities that it's like, oh, your role is just to have babies and stay at home and raise them and cook and clean for your husband. Da, da, da. Yeah. It's like I was raised. Don't get me wrong. Like, I was raised in a half black, half Mexican. Mexican. I'm Mexican. Oh, I'm Mexican.
Hey, in Madeira, we call
Mexican.
In Madeira, we don't say Mexican. We say Meskin.
It's MESICAN.
Yeah, like we be like you.
Well, I forgot where I was at. I was drinking that tequila and turned straight Mexican.
Say Meskin.
But anyways, yeah. But it's like, and so it's like it's a half and half. So I feel like I got the opportunity to see both sides of it, and it's just like in my family, like, you're supposed to be superwoman and shit. Like, you're supposed to cook, clean, cook your man's breakfast, cook his dinner before he gets home, and go to work, and take care of the babies, and do all the shit. So it's just like, it's sometimes it's hard for me to, like, see a woman who can't cook or can't, you know what I mean, and be like, I'll be like, what you been? You been on Candy Crush all day? Like, what you been doing?
I'm on level 166.
So but that's just me. Like, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm going to have my career and my success and everything else, but I'm also about to keep my husband and keep my kids happy at the end of the day. So it's just like, but that's just me. Whatever y'all do, that's y'all. So.
I wish I was your husband. I mean, your kids.
Your kids.
Somebody. I just want to be by your side.
I'll adopt you.
He said, look, he over there. He said, marry me. We ain't going to say no names.
Any takers?
We ain't going to say no names. So, but that makes a lot of sense. It basically comes down to society. I think people just think about shit too much.
Way too much.
Like, just stop.
Way too much.
I hear people all the time that saying, oh, this ain't that. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you're only on earth temporarily. You don't know how long you're going to last. Like, why are you worried about that? Be worried about being happy. What makes you happy? Smile and having a good time. Let's
or be worried about keeping your own home intact instead of other people's homes.
People so worried about what other people's doing, they ain't even focused on their own shit.
They're not.
And that's the problem.
I mean, another thing we're talking about too was social class. Like, social class, I feel like there isn't that much equality when it comes to social class.
Should we talk about social class right now, or should we go to the next ratchet moment?
We had another one?
Sure. We got one on deck.
Did you get it, Bill?
We got one on deck, or should we wait? We'll wait till the next segment. Go, second. Social, you said social class.
Social class. I was saying I don't think that there's equality in social classes.
Not at all.
No. Like, at all.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, even with, like, I'm in sales, and... Ooh, I'm gonna get fired. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I met this dude that was in sales. His name was Trey Marier. So he was in sales, right? And he said when somebody walks in the door, if he, depending on what kind of car they pull up in and how they're dressed, he treats them different. Opposed to if somebody come in there with a brand new Jaguar and a Louis bag on her shoulders, he's gonna treat her with more respect than the other one, pay more attention and try to help her more because he thinks that that's more of a buy-in customer. So that's not equal. Like just because based on people's appearance.
That's so like just from my experience in being in sales or being in hospitality or whatever, that's stupid. Like
but it happens.
but it does. But the thing about it is like since I want to be treated equal, I treat everybody equally until you give me a reason not to, I guess I can say.
Exactly.
But it's just like at the end of the day, like there's and a lot of, if you realize like what we see of rich people is what we see on TV. But real rich people who either like grew up with money or whatever, like they're not flaunting it like that. Like it's normally the new money that's like flaunting it and doing this. Don't get me wrong, they may have those expensive cars, but they may show up to your store in a Honda because they don't want to be treated any differently.
Because that old money, they know how to keep their money.
Exactly. Like that's why they have the money, because they know how to manage it.
And they know you're going to treat them different or whatever. But like, yeah, like social class, like we were talking last night, we were saying like, you're not equal depending on your social class, because if somebody grew up in the hood, opposed to somebody who grew up in Beverly Hills, their upbringing and their chances of success is completely different. Not saying just because you were raised in the hood, shit's gonna go downhill, you're not gonna be successful, but that's not an equal upbringing. You don't have, your education is not the same, your health is not the same, and your environment is not the same. And you're more prone to getting hit by a car, shot by a gun, beat up, stomped out, kicked in your head, abandoned, threw out, doing drugs. Your mama mad, your granddaddy fucked up your credit, so then you can't get nothing.
Oh, but yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Or not. No, I'm just saying, y'all know y'all can relate, because I got cousins, by the time they was 4, their credit was messed up.
Oh, Lordy.
They had an outstanding balance on their direct TV of $800.
We'll talk about that in another episode, y'all. Stay tuned for TTV. Ask TTV coming up next, y'all.
They gonna ask that too. We got
Keeps me warm. She keeps me.
I don't know.
And I can't change. Even if I tried.
Sing that shit.
Even if I wanted to.
I'm feeling it.
I'm dead.
It's hot though.
And some people should just, who sing this song?
Macklemore.
Well, let him sing it.
Yeah.
Let him sing it.
Oh no, because you was doing a duet.
Let him sing it.
So I don't know what you.
I was over here doing, I was over here doing a
He was over here doing a duet.
I was doing a do bop pop shoo wop.
That's a duet.
Do 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 do. Bop 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 doom bop. Y'all remember the Hassons? Hey y'all, welcome back to our last segment. It's almost time to say goodbye, but we got 10 minutes of bullshit to give y'all real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, back to equality. One thing we finna get to the TTP questions, but we got one other subject to touch on. This one is a little risque. This will ruffle some feathers, so if it ruffles your feathers, oh well. A lot of people don't like to talk about this, but it's with same-sex relationships and marriage. What do you think about the equality on that?
I think.
Oh, did I ruffle some feathers?
No, I think same-sex marriage has came a long way. I mean, I can't sit here and say that I agree with it or disagree with it. At the end of the day, I feel like us as individuals have our right to choose who we want to love. You can't help who you love. That's what I feel. I feel like if I love you, I can't help it. And I just feel like, I mean, like people try and, get in a religious, it's like, it's wrong. But it's like, it's also wrong for you to sit there and judge them at the same time. So...
Oh, you is smart. I thought you was a hood chick.
If I had some hair, I would flip the shit out of it right now. But, it's up in the mud because it's hot.
You can flip it, bring it down.
But, I mean, that's how I feel about it. I feel like to each his own at the end of the day. Like, I feel that if I were, if I were a lesbian, I would want you to respect me. I wouldn't want to have to go through all the shit that they have to go through. And I just think that it's unnecessary.
Why all the lesbians just zoom in on the TV and turn their TV up? So what? Look, huh? Or nah? Look, they mad? Look, is you mad or nah? No.
Sorry, I support y'all though. I'll be at Pride, but I'm
exactly. But I totally feel the same way. I'm gonna touch on a few subjects about it. First of all, I feel like saying 2 guys or 2 women can't be in a relationship or get married, that's just like saying a black guy can't date a white woman, or a midget can't date a person with a normal height, or different things like that, because it's just like people fall in love with who they fall in love with, and everybody needs love. You know what I mean? So for example, it's just like, People, it's like, who are you to tell somebody as a human being, we're a person,
Who to love?
I'm alive, you're alive, I bleed just like you bleed, I die just like you.
Mm-hmm.
So who died and made you God to try to judge somebody and tell somebody they can't love somebody? Like, obviously it's some insecurities within yourself to tell this person, a man, that he can't love another man. And at the end of the day, why does that bother you?
Exactly. Like I feel
I
like
think people are
I feel like
insecure.
you shouldn't be that invested in it. Like I'm not that invested in it.
So
like
walk by it.
I
Do
don't
your thing.
exactly like I don't mind what you're doing. At the end of the day, like I'm not doing it. And I can't sit here and say that like, oh, like it's wrong, you're wrong, and point the finger and da because I've never experienced it. So I just feel like there's a lot of other things that I've never experienced that I'm not going to speak on because I truly don't know. I'm going to just accept the fact that that's how you feel and go with it. Especially if I love you, if you're somebody I love
And if
or
it makes
whatever.
you happy,
like,
if it makes your friend happy, like,
exactly.
come on.
Like I'm not going to be like, you wrong. No, we can't be friends. Like it's just like, no.
I support
like-
bravery. I think the person.
They're telling me to try
Yes,
it.
yes,
no.
But I feel like people, I support, I feel like with people who do take that step, I feel like they're brave. I support bravery.
That's
I like
brave.
diversity, which we talked about last weekend.
Yeah.
I like to see people who don't go different things because it expands the world and makes us do different things. If everything's so black and white, I get bored easily. If I'm watching the same show for too long, it's like, really, like, come on
What
now,
else
you know what
is
I mean?
on?
But if it's something else going on, this channel is diverse and that enlightens people, opens people's minds. But
Yeah.
a lot of people are okay with it, but because of what their family or their friends will think of it, they try to play that role, and then on the low, they're like, oh, I'm cool with it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't be acceptance of a same-sex couple because my friends will treat me a certain way or do this and that. And
So
a lot of people who are insecure about themselves.
Yeah, so
if you know
basically,
you're not gay, who matters?
Stay true to yourself. Don't go living life in a lie if you feel that you are gay or whatever for that matter. Like, just be you. Like, that doesn't mean you have to, like, shout it out to the world.
Yes,
but just,
you do.
But just accept it. Like, be you. You know what I mean? And it's just like, that's just how I feel about it.
We wanted to give him one more ratchet moment, right?
After we do TTP,
I think we should give him a ratchet moment.
we did a ratchet.
Real quick. Okay, remember
I didn't
earlier
know
when we was
this.
having that debate about women hitting men, they should be able to hit them back? This is just a little something. Now,
Mind you, this isn't America.
but still, it's gonna be. So pay attention to who you put your hands on, women.
Yeah.
This is gonna be.
Because if that was me,
It's gonna be.
it would have been some problem.
Du-te că tu ai pus mâna pe mine. Du-te, mă, să-ți dau palmă de nu pe. Tu de ce pui mâna de 100 de ori pe mine? De ce?
Yeah.
Hey, is she mad or nah?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you mad? Exactly. Keep your hands to yourself. Anybody.
Man or woman,
Keep
for
your
that
hands
matter.
to yourself.
I
Look,
don't
why
give
was
a
she
fuck.
surprised? Like she's supposed to hit somebody. She automatically assumed she finna slap him. Yeah, like how you gonna hit a cop?
I think she was more surprised that it was a cop than it was a man.
I was happy.
Because if I hit an American cop in the face and he slapped me in the face, I'm going to be shocked. And it ain't because he's a man. I'm shocked because he's a cop. Like, he's supposed to just arrest me.
I'm finna slap a whole tribe. So.
Yeah, or tase me or some shit. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to get into STTP because we ain't got that much time.
Okay, so Staisha had a question. Staisha said not to go too much into detail about your date or where'd y'all go. What was the first 3 things that let you know that it was a good date? Miss Ashley.
That I knew that it was a good date.
Yes. No, what was the first 3 hints that was like, okay,
That's it.
what?
That I knew it was a good date
But how did you know it was a good date?
because of the date.
What did, okay.
Why y'all laughing my
No, we
business?
said real raw and honest. Okay.
No, real right now is about the topics, not about my life.
Did he call and say come downstairs
No,
or did he not?
didn't. He didn't call and say come downstairs.
Okay, so he knocked. That was good.
Point.
Did you get like a card or a here you go, anything, kind of something, flowers, anything?
I got roses.
Okay, and then did he open your door or give
Yeah.
you?
Many roses.
Bam.
Look
That's
at
a good
y'all all up in
date.
the business.
Exactly.
Anyways, next TTP question since y'all in my life.
They wanted to know how my appearance went on the show.
How did it go? I think it went well. I got to watch it from the other side. I was at work, so I didn't get to be in it. But I'm very, very happy that my co-host got to rep TCP on
And
the
it
show.
felt like you was there though, because you was a big part of the conversation.
It was. I think it was great. How do you feel with it?
I feel it was great. I was in it. Like, like really, like people ask me, they be like, "How the show?" And I was like, "I was in it." Like, I don't feel like this is what I do. You know what I mean? So we DVR'd it. No, because we DVR'd it and I got home and actually watched it. And I was just like, oh, I was tight. Like,
it was good.
But the thing is, like, it was good. It was good to put our name out there. It was random. It was not planned.
Yeah.
I didn't know what we were gonna talk about. It's just when this is what you do. When somebody just tell you something or ask you something, you just know what to say back.
Yeah, and we definitely want to thank Chuck and his show. You know what I mean?
Chuck Banner, y'all.
Yeah, for
Monday through
offering
Friday
us
from 11 to 1 o'clock on KAIL, and also it reruns on Central Valley Talk from 4 to 6.
Yeah.
But thank you for that. We need to do a Chuck takeover. We need to host the show. How y'all feel about that TTP
I do
takeover?
the morning though. I'm not a morning person. Y'all know that.
But 11 o'clock, see?
Oh, I could do 11.
If you want to take her on a date, don't do breakfast or lunch.
we could do brunch.
But bring a lot of flowers.
Brunch
Bring a
at
lot
2
of
o'clock.
flowers.
At 2 o'clock.
We can do brunch with mimosas.
Man, and then only take her to the garden after hours.
Shut the fuck up.
He is funny.
Anyways.
We got one more question from Staisha.
Hi, Stacia. Hey, girl.
She said, from week 1 to now, how do you feel about the show, and are you still as enthused?
Oh yeah, I think we're more so enthused now because now we're kind of getting a feel of what it's like. It's more comfortable. I can say me personally, from week 1, I'm different now at week 12.
You cuss more. She cusses more.
Well, I cuss. If you know me, I cuss.
That shows when you're comfortable.
Like-
It's all nigga shit, bitch, all the shit. Like when a person is comfortable, not just her.
But me, you know what I mean? And I didn't know how people were going to like receive me, especially like my family members that were watching, and me being in the family that I'm in, I was kind of like, I can't say. But then it was like, I was like, wait. TTP is supposed to be real, raw, and honest, and I'm not being me, so I'm not being real, raw, and honest. And then it was like, as the shows progressed, it was just like,
and that's what it's about. You realize that, and then you fixed it. Everything ain't perfect, and once you when you're not in denial about things and you realize it, then you can fix it.
I wasn't in denial. I think it was after I watched. Yeah, it was a respecting. Like my
'Cause your
grandpa was
watching.
I couldn't be like, bitch, nigga, ho.
I don't even know my grandpa, so I
couldn't.
he wasn't watching.
And then he watched it and he was like, oh Lord, Ashley got a
not a
mouth
bad-
on her. I was like, I got it honest though.
Exactly.
But how do you feel?
I love the show. I mean, I just worked a 10, 11-hour shift today and tired as hell, but when it comes to this show, I don't feel like this is work.
No.
I feel like this gives some our friends can relate to, and anything, and at the end of the day, if I don't make anything from this or this doesn't blow up or anything, I just like the fact that we got our voices out there, we got some of our friends' opinions and different things out there, and we got to speak up for a lot of people who don't have voices as regular people.
And that was the whole point of the show in the beginning when we first came up with it. So it's nice to get feedback from you guys. We appreciate it. Like totally saying like, oh my God, when you said that, I was thinking that, and I wish I could say that out loud and stuff like that. It's like that's what we want to be.
I was distraught in a situation. We got a call that somebody wanted to attend the show, but they said our show was too vulgar and different things like that. And all I gotta say is we could tone our show down to have you on here, but we're real raw and honest, and this is what we believe. This is what we want to do. We don't want to be any other talk show. So if us being us is a reason you can't come on, you don't deserve to be here anyway.
But until next time, y'all.
Until next time, we'll see y'all next week, Wednesday. Hey, share that, tune in, y'all. Love y'all, moi. We take a shot.
She keeps me warm.
Hey, to each his own, do your own thing.